Yo, what up, all you gamers out there? The name's Second Heat. You know what grinds my gears? Seeing people that like to screw with people's lives. Let's get right into the commentary.
Throwing frag.
You guys have not heard the next installment to the Borderlands franchise. People who believe that video games is a waste of time. So, I've been needing to make a video like this for the past week or two, but seeing how things have calmed down now, I think now is the proper time to actually do this video and just make a collection of all that's been going down. So, I think about the beginning of last month or so, there was quite a lot of news going around YouTube on swatting. Now, swatting has been going on for, I think, years now. And for those guys that are unaware of what this is, swatting is basically, normally you'll have some little kid or troll just calling up the SWAT team, talking about how, you know, something big is going down at normally a YouTuber's place or so. And this will result in the SWAT team going and invading that person's house. And, you know, in the end, it's just one big troll. They start seeing that it was just all one big misunderstanding, that someone was just messing with them. But it can really screw up with somebody's life. And not too long ago, one of the big Call of Duty YouTubers known as Whiteboy7 Street and his girlfriend Kelly were swatted, and it got to the point where they were actually found with marijuana at the place. Now, I forgot how much marijuana they had, but all I know is that they did have marijuana, and because of that, they were taken to jail for a couple of days until they had paid off bail. And although some people can say that, you know, they kind of deserved it for the illegal marijuana, in all honesty, you know, if the SWAT team never went there, nothing would have changed. You know, who cares if they're doing marijuana? I think a lot of us kind of had a feeling that White Boy did do marijuana, but that didn't affect our lives. You know, that's not hurting anybody. They're doing it at their own place. You know, nothing's going down. It's not like they're dealing the marijuana or anything. They're just keeping it to themselves and just doing it at the house. So there shouldn't be anything wrong with that. And that's actually one of the reasons why it would be fine if they did legalize marijuana, because a lot of people who would do marijuana, they do it in a legal way. I wouldn't say a legal way, but they do it in a private area sometimes, you know. Although there are some people who will try to be as public as they can be with it, most of the time you would just have people like at the most do it in their car or so and just hotbox it. But besides that, you know, the whole swatting White Boy to the point to where he was in jail because of something totally different, was something that was very uncalled for, and I think is actually pretty messed up to do, because although some people were just looking at it as, well, the person who did it was just looking at it as a way to just, you know, entertain himself in a way or so, it winded up really screwing up with White Boy's life, and now that's on his record of him actually going to jail and him having illegal marijuana at his house. And that's something that people don't normally think about. You know, that's actually something very serious. You really are scarring somebody's life like that. Not in a way that will mentally screw with them, but that will screw with them around other people who, you know, let's say hire him. Let's say he quits YouTube and tries to get a real job. Well, now that he's going to get a real job, now everyone's going to look at him. Well, those who are hiring are going to look at his background record and see that he did go to jail and that he was in possession of marijuana. And that's something that can, you know, kind of set people off a little and not want to hire them. And then it'll cause them to remain jobless for a while. So that's just something people don't ever think about, and that's something that's really messed up, because people will always try to screw with other people's lives for their own entertainment, but they don't ever like to stop and think about how this will actually affect them. They just see it as, they see it as a game, and life is not a game that you can, really mess with. Life is a game that you should actually take with cautiously. Now, sure, you can go a little bit over the edge, but at least in a cautious way. You can't just, go willy-nilly, just do whatever the hell you want. It's not a video game. You know, sure, you control people in video games, and it's not going to matter too much because it's just a virtual game. It's virtual reality. Not much is going to happen, well, unless somebody really wants to go off, but, you shouldn't be doing so that you're doing a virtual reality world into real life, because it's a whole different ball game. Um, anyways, besides the whole swatting incident, some other things that actually been pretty unnecessary, and a lot of you guys might be more familiar with this one, is what some people like to call the fappening, which is basically a week ago, I believe, was, quite the shocker for many people. What basically happened was there was a ton, and I mean a ton, of leaked celebrity nudes from countless number of celebrities. I didn't even get to see them on. Yes, I am guilty for seeing the nudes. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are, but sorry. But I guess we kind of hear this news and our first mind is like, what? No way! This is something I gotta see in order to believe. But even though we are guilty of it, thinking about it, it's like that wasn't even necessary at all. So I don't remember all the celebrities that were, leaked. All I remember is that there were people like Jennifer Lawrence, which was a big one, Ariana Grande, Victoria Justice. Some people were saying Selena Gomez, which I didn't know till like a couple of days ago. Kate Upton. There were just tons and tons of celebrities that were actually leaked, and that really did hurt them, not just, personally, but I guess it also hurt them business-wise, because they're still doing jobs for like companies like Victoria Justice and Ariana Grande. I'm not sure if this is still going on, but they were doing Victorious on Nickelodeon. Having some leaked images like that can possibly screw with them, and they could probably, their contracts with them can probably be taken out. Now, I haven't kept up with these celebrities. I don't normally do, but, if they are still signed with different companies, and so this could possibly, end those contracts, because it is pretty much giving their company a bad name, knowing that they've hired people like this. And even though this is something that the celebrities did not publicly, publish, it was something that somebody hacked in to, their phones, or I believe they said it was an iCloud, which I'll get onto that a little bit later. It still gives the companies a bad name, and this sometimes makes them want to like not hire you, or to just, send you away, just fire you. And that's something people don't think about. People don't think about how this could possibly hurt their reputation, especially for big names like that. Now everybody is going to be looking at them like, yo, I saw your nudes, man. Yo, you look pretty sexy. And even though people already say that, even without seeing their nudes, it's now more embarrassing, because now they really know what you have. And, I guess a lot of people shouldn't be that shocked that they look as hot as they did nude, as they did with clothes on, but at the same time, it's just still like, why is this a thing? Why did somebody actually do this? And that's something that's going through my head. It's like, why would somebody go out and leak somebody's nudes like that? Like, sure, I can tell. I mean, sure, I guess you can say that, everybody, well, I wouldn't say everybody, but so many people want to see these people naked. They want to see these people be a little naughty, and so for some people, they can say like, whoever leaked these photos did a favor for them, but there are many other people that are just like, bro, that's not cool. Like, as much as we are attracted to these people, just going into their privacy like that and just putting it out there is very uncalled for. And that's something people need to take People need to take that into their heads that no matter how much you can want something, if it means damaging somebody else's reputation for your own benefit, that's just something you have to think about and come to the reality that that's not worth it. That's something you shouldn't do because it's really damaging their images. And when you honestly think about it, and I was thinking about it as I was coming home from school, I was thinking about it like even after I saw the nudes, how did that affect my life? That did nothing for me really. All they did was just like give me a slight pleasure, and then I just went on with my day like I would on a regular day. Nothing changed. I'm not a changed man. Well, I guess you can say I'm more mentally mature, knowing that stuff like this is very uncalled for. But even before then, I knew that invading somebody's personal privacy like that just isn't right. So in reality, it's just like you do this stuff for your own entertainment, but it's like, is it really worth it? It's not going to change you at all. It's not going to benefit you. For some people, it might hurt, because it's like some people just can't accept the fact that this happened. The celebrities, a lot of them feel embarrassed. Some of them, although have denied of these being real, it's still embarrassing, that somebody would do that. So this does more hurt than it does good. Actually, I can't really see how this does good, even to the person who did leak the photos. Like, yeah, they got a kick out of it, but it's just like, bro, you just look like a douchebag. You're a dick. Why would you do this? And remember how I said earlier how I was going to talk about the Apple company? This actually hurt them too. There was actually word that when the leaked photos came out, a lot of this was done, well, actually, I think all of them were done on the iPhone, on the iCloud. So it was, I guess some people can say that this is Apple's fault because they couldn't keep these photos as protected as they should have. Even though they're not solely focused on these photos, it's still on their product, and their product should be more protected. Their product should be more safe. And now seeing how they have failed to keep these photos secure, it really hurt their company. They had to put out a forgiveness letter. I mean, they had to like say sorry publicly. They had to tell people. Oh, whoa, that was bad. That was a cough and then a hiccup. Sorry about that. But it's like it really hurt them. They even said like the stocks of their company went down drastically because of the fact that people see their company as being insecure or unsecure, however you want to say it. But, and not to mention, this is also kind of like bad timing for them because in a couple of days or maybe a few weeks or so, their newest iPhone will come out, the iPhone 6. But although people might be like, yeah, this is cool and all, but how secure will it be? Because in all honesty, although some people may say like this is the celebrity's fault for, taking pictures and saving their nudes, in all honesty, how many people, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are going to be doing that. If they haven't done it yet, they're going to be doing it sometime in the future when they get older. They are going to be taking pictures of themselves nude, and you want to know why? Because their initial thought or their initial purpose was for it to be sent to their special loved one, or I guess if you're Snapchatting somebody, to send it to somebody close to you for like some odd reason. But it wasn't meant for it to be public. Your initial reason was for it to be private, to be sent to like one person and just end it at that. Your thought wasn't to be, oh yeah, I'm about to post this and have the whole world see it. No, their initial thought was this is just going to be sent to this one guy or girl, whether you're male or female, and that's it. They didn't think about it all the way through. And that's how a lot of people are. A lot of people will send news. A lot of people will send videos that are quite graphic to one another, but they just want to keep it at that way. They don't want to keep it they don't want to make it public. So it's not the celebrity's fault for taking the news, although some people may accuse them of that. At the same time, it's just like, but they did do that. They're still human. Humans will do stuff like that. Some people might call it a mistake. Some people might just call it, unluckiness. It sucks that it had to be them. It could have been somebody else. But in the end, it's just something that was very unfortunate of happening. So this was just quite a very serious topic for me. Even though this isn't something that's truly affecting me, it's just something to really keep in mind, and something that actually really sickens me, seeing how people will purposely screw up other people's lives just for their own entertainment, because that's really sick, man. That's really sick-minded. That's something that no mature person would actually do. That's just something little kids would do for the shits and giggles. They would just be like, oh, yo, let's just mess with this person and just see what the reaction is. These are trolls. These are sick people. And the worst part is, a lot of these people who are doing these things are also kind of like adults. I guess you can call them adults with their age, but mentally they're doing things that adults shouldn't be doing. These people need to, man up, or if they're women, they need to women up, and they need to be more mature about things. They need to be more thoughtful. They need to be, they can't be selfish and care about their own entertainment, but they need to think about how this will affect others. They need to think before they act, and that is something that really does grind my gears. It's seeing people who, for their own entertainment, will screw with other people's lives just to make their life more interesting in whatever way they find it. So please let me know how you guys feel about this topic. If you agree with me, then that's great. If you didn't agree with me, it's great. If you just don't even care, that's also great, because we're all human. We all have our own opinion, and that's what's so great about this world. Everybody feels their own way. We're not all going by one instinct. We're all free to believe or free to do whatever we want to. However, you should only do things to a certain extent. Although you may be free to do what you want, you should at least have a limit on how far you should go. So, yep, that's been everything I have to talk about today. If you want to see more, then you can come check out my channel every Monday. Well, I'll try to do these things every Monday. I have been quite inactive on Mondays with the Grinds My Gears video, but I will try my best to bring it back. No promises, but I will do my best. So if you like the video, please hit the like button. If you want to see more, please do subscribe, or you could just come back on Mondays whenever you want to. Or if you want to see more content, then you can subscribe and just see what I have to offer. So hope you enjoyed the video. Till next time, this has been your boy Chicken Heat, and I'm out. Peace.